Alright, everyone. Looks like some sort of anniversary event's going on. Is there anything featured that I don't already own? Limited time, I mean. Okay. Nope, never mind. Odyssey time. What have we got? Taking off. Oh boy. Nobody tinkers like Rosalia can. The balloons won't see this one coming. Nice. Okay, some kind maps. I like it. What have we got? Do we need to bring Rosalia? We don't even need to bring Rosalia. Got it. It's not that I dislike Rosalia. It's just whenever a new hero comes out, I do typically prefer to use other heroes for a while, just because I know not everyone has the monkey money to afford Rosalia. And so if I'm given Quincy as an option instead, hell yeah, nothing gets past his bow. I didn't even look at the fucking maps. What's happening? Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Hard standard all the way through, and they slowly get more and more rounds. Okay, fair enough. Simple stuff. Let's do this. I have utmost confidence in Quincy. He is a staple, whilst also being a bow and arrow. So that works out really well for me. Anyway. So work is going through a few changes as of late, and I think I've mentioned some of them, but probably not all of them. The main gist of it is that I will no longer get Tuesdays and Wednesdays off, as well as Sundays. Instead, I will be getting Saturdays and Sundays off, as well as Tuesdays. So they just kind of swapped the Saturday for the Wednesday, which is interesting, but hey, I'm not complaining. It means I get an actual weekend with everybody else, which in theory means I can plan more activities, which is pretty great. I like that. So I guess that'll be pretty nice for me. In fact, this upcoming Saturday I'm not working, so tomorrow's my last day at work for this week, which is pretty fucking cool. This is the 1 week where I worked. I worked last Saturday, which meant that I didn't work this Wednesday, right? Because that's the change had to be implemented, right? And so, because I worked the Saturday, which I normally work, it means that I don't have to work the Saturday this week, which means I only really go back for Thursday, Friday, and then boom, weekend, which is pretty great. I love that. I want that to happen more often, but maybe it won't. Anyway, we'll see how things go, because a lot of people were dreading this change at work, specifically because they don't know how their pay is going to get affected. And so they're thinking, because obviously Saturday is time and a half, right? So they're thinking to themselves, okay, well, if we're swapping one day for a different day, and it's time and a half versus, you know, not time and a half, then they're immediately thinking like, hey, we're definitely going to lose money in this. For sure. Which isn't guaranteed, right? That's the main thing I'm focusing on, right? It's not guaranteed that we're not going to get our usual amount of pay. And so I'm just gonna sort of go with the flow at the moment, test out a week or two, and just see where my pay sits. If it's around the same, that's fine, that's dandy, I'm happy with that. If it starts to shift a little towards the lower side, I'm not gonna be happy with that. I'm gonna start doing less work. And by less work, I mean I'm gonna still be showing up for my regularly scheduled shifts. However, you know, if I'm a little on the lazy side, no surprises there. Because I feel like... See, the company I work for is very fucking strange, and 9 times out of 10, I don't understand their direction or ideas at all. Simply put, They're trying to save money by making us not work on Saturday so they don't have to pay us time and a half. And then they're moving Saturday's workload further up in the week so that we can just work it on a regular day and not get paid the time and a half, right? Which saves them 4 hours worth of time and a half per every employee that we needed on a Saturday, right? Which makes you think, wow, that's pretty good. If it takes you 4 hours to get through it on a regular day, then they're saving 2 hours worth of work, or 2 hours worth of people's pay per per employee. And yeah, in theory, that sounds like a great way to save money, right? And then you realize that the same people that thought this idea was really smart and dandy are the same people that went out and then hired like 20 new employees, right? Probably even more than 20, okay? So we could function on a Saturday with, I think it was 16 people, maybe even less. And we just hired like 20 more people. Now, bear in mind, they're not all going to be rusted on for the same day. However, while they're training, they are. So we've got a line that's consisting of like 26 people on certain days, when we could absolutely be doing the workload with like 16, 17 people. And these dumb mofos don't seem to think much about that. They're just like, oh yeah, what's wrong with that? And I'm just like, you're trying to save money, remember? I feel like I have to remind them. I have to be like, hey, you know how you're trying to, be a good company? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, you know how good companies make a lot of money? It's like, yeah, go on. I'm just like, fuck, really? Although I did kind of see this coming. Well, I didn't see this much of a fuck up coming, but this isn't the first time the company I work for has made a very poor financial decision. And because they're stubborn fucking bastards, they stick by it like it's the fucking smartest idea on the planet. And they can't see the faults in their own fucking plans and shortcomings. It's hilarious, really. Like, genuinely, I feel like I could make better financial decisions for this company than the people in charge of the financial decisions for this company, which ironically aren't in the same fucking state. They're in a different state entirely. You think the people that make the financial decisions for the company I work at within the area that I live? Nah, not at all. It's stupid. I don't get it. It's stupid. I'm gonna say that a lot about work. But yeah, I just feel like if they gave me a week where all I had to do was walk around each of the departments, find faults or ways we could save time and or money, and then be allowed to collect data and form statistics on what would be better, how much money would we save, things like that. I feel like maybe not a week, that seems a little too quick. It's more to just emphasize how easy it would be. But give me like a month and I could save this company so much fucking money. I swear. It's just funny. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm super inexperienced too, so I wouldn't be able to implement a lot of the changes because I wouldn't know who to talk to about altering things, but if I could just bring back a little report that says, hey, fuckwits, maybe listen to the ideas that I've been throwing at you and you've been ignoring all this time, and what do you know, maybe we'd make more money, cut more costs, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just like to rant about work and then forget about work. Usually the ranting happens at work, but special occasions like Odyssey videos, little bit comes out. Anyway, enough of that. My day at work was actually good. It was a nice chill day for me. And like I said, the changes are going to be implemented soon, so that'll be fun to see how that affects everyone and everything. Hopefully not too negatively, if negatively at all. Because I do have a bit of a hunch that the 4 hours that we work on a Saturday, which actually turns into 6 hours if you factor in the overtime, well, not the overtime, but the time and a half pay, I get the feeling that we're just gonna... Because think about it, right? 4 hours worth of work put onto a different day where we're already doing more than 4 hours worth of work, right? There's a little thing I like to call fatigue, and there's a little thing I like to call overtime, which is the same as time and a half. So I get the feeling they're not going to save as much as they envisioned, but we'll see. Because 4 hours worth of work on a Saturday went by really fucking quickly. Like that shit went by really damn quick. I can't even explain how quick that went. Like, it's weird, right? We all just have a massive burst of energy because it's on a Saturday, and we all want to go home to the weekend, right? And then boom, we're done 4 hours later. It's pretty miraculous, honestly. But yeah, something tells me that 4 hours is gonna drag on a bit if we've already done many hours worth of work before it. So, yeah. It'll certainly be interesting to see what happens. Boom. Sorry, heli pilot. Your job at the moment is to collect bananas until I can afford pursuit. Should probably also get something for leads, huh? Let's see if we can afford razor rotors. Probably not. Yeah, doesn't look like it. Alright. Boomer it is. There we go. Oops, wrong side. There you go. Anyway, this seems like a pretty chill Odyssey so far. It seems like a little bit of a test run for Rosalia, you know, in case... If you haven't gotten to mess around with Rosalia, it seems like this Odyssey would be a great time to do it. You know, just mess around with all the different functions and bombs and laser beams and jetpack functionality and stuff. It seems interesting, but I'm not sure I'd want Rosalia as a new main hero. Like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate her coming out, and I appreciate the diversity in the hero pool. However, Open's my guy. Can't really do much else about that. Like, I don't know what you'd have to release for Open to not be my guy. He's just my guy. It'd be very hard to dissuade. Let's try and get Boomer before 40. That'll mess up a mob class balloon pretty nicely. Oh, there we go. And what else? Yeah, let's just stick with that for now. Get double shot, because why not? Oh, right. I need to write myself some notes. I got sidetracked so fucking often today that I needed to do something at the end of the day, and I was even talking to the person that I was gonna do it for, essentially, right? I was like, hey, you need this done? Don't worry about it. I'm just going over there to do it right now. And then one of her colleagues comes into the room and goes, hey, come here. I need to show you something. And I was like, well, it would be rude to fucking ignore it. So I went and I got shown something, and then I completely fucking forgot what I was doing. So I now need to do that tomorrow morning. There we go. Right on this. Right on this, and then slap it on something that I need to bring to work. That way I'll be able to do it for sure. I suppose I could go for a dart ship. Unless we're really getting overrun. In which case I should probably go for something else, but we seem fine for now. I kind of want to go for the dart ship. If I sold things, I could get it right now, so yeah, I guess it's no biggie. I can wait. Right. What do I need to remember to do tomorrow? Number 1. Tell everyone where shit is. I could just write this in my book. Why did I rip out a piece of paper? You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'll write it in my book, and then I'll forget my book. That's probably what'll happen. Boom. Okay. We're set to beat round 60. I'm gonna find my book. There it is. Okay. Pen, activate. Book, openate. Paper, resonate. Right, what's tomorrow's date? The 21st, the 6th, 24. Shit to do. Shit to do. Number 1. Move. Magnetic sheets. Okay, I need to move those so that we move it. Essentially, we're moving a designated area for one thing somewhere else, so that other people can use that previously designated area for something, and have more room to do so. Because this change has fucked up so many different things, and nobody seems to think twice before going, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. So, I need to do that. And then I need to tell my teammates where and what everything is. Which is going to be interesting. Alright, there we go. That was pretty quick. I guess it is the earlier maps, so easy maps, easy rounds. So that's been part 1 of taking off. Part 2, as always, will be featured tomorrow and have these 3 maps. Alright, thank you everybody so much for watching. I've got to complete writing this list, so yeah. Sorry everything was about work today, work-related topics and stuff, but other than that, I'm doing well, you know. Things are great. I hope you guys are doing well. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.